And this meditation, I call it mindful breath awareness meditation, because it is a meditation where we use our breath as an object of awareness. When we practice meditation, it is always useful to find a quiet space where we can be. If we are more advanced with the practice, the idea would be that I can meditate wherever I am. Yeah? But for the beginning, actually, we try to kind of have a relatively calm or quiet place where we can sit without much outer distraction. You know, we'll have enough inner distractions. We don't need too much from outside on top of it. So this would be a starting point. Yeah. So find a quiet place, and then, well, you certainly have seen the pictures where people sit in meditation, yeah, and look very holy and very serene and things like this. You can if you like, but the main point is that we try to find a body posture that is stable and upright. Yeah, and the most important thing is that actually our spine is straight and upright. And why is this so? Well, as you know, actually, if we sit upright rather than than laying down, or or being completely without any energy in our body or something like this, if we sit upright, it is easier to concentrate. Basically, by taking such a stable, upright body posture, we are already expressing, in the way how we hold our body. Yeah, we are already expressing our attention to be alert and attentive, rather than like this. This gives a very different impression, right? Yeah, and we would be telling ourselves, actually, it's not about clarity of mind, but it's about dullness of mind. Yeah, and if we so the starting point is actually with our body posture, that we embody the state of mind we are aiming for. Straight, upright posture. Now here I'm sitting on a chair. One can also sit on the floor. Then usually it would be with cross-legged, but in our culture we didn't really do this so much. Many people are not so used to it, to cross their legs in a way, and one needs to pay a little bit attention. But also there, the main point actually again is that the back is straight, and that we then position ourselves in a cross-legged way, that more or less with our knees and with our bum we have a triangle, and as you know, this is a pretty stable position. Okay, so body upright, straight, with our eyes. Usually at the beginning, when we learn to meditate, it is easier to keep the eyes closed. But if you prefer, you can also keep them open. Now, I wouldn't make a big story out of it, but if we keep our eyes open, then it is good to have a gaze more or less along our nose. So basically gazing slightly downward, and then just basically figuring out what point it is on the floor that kind of fits with the line of our gaze, and then just to rest our eyes on this point. Yeah, to rest our visual focus on this point without analyzing it. It doesn't even matter if it is sharp or if it is a bit blurred or so. Everything is fine. But basically just to hold the eyes without much movement in one point. And here, as I said before, it is good if it's a downward gaze, because naturally this also helps to calm the mind a bit. Okay, so that's as much as I would like to say here at the beginning about the meditation posture. Straight back, yeah, embodying awareness, and eyes either closed or the gaze pointing downwards. So, and for a moment we just try to feel our body posture. The idea is that once we start engaging in the meditation practice, that we don't want to move a lot if we have to move, so that's completely fine. But we are aiming for a kind of a stable, meditation posture. So we'll try now to find a position where we think, actually for the next 5 minutes or so, I will be able to hold this. Yeah, and if we find some particular tension somewhere in the body, we may want to take a deep breath or stretch it or something like this. So, but then we let the body settle and also let the mind settle and let the breath settle. We're not manipulating the breath. We don't have to breathe more deeply or faster or slower or anything like this, but just naturally as it comes. So, and for a moment, we just feel how we sit here. Feel our position in the room, our feet firmly on the ground. Our back straight, eyes open, gazing downwards or closed. And now we direct our attention, our focus to our breath. And this can be either at the tip of our nose or feeling the chest as it rises and falls, or further down the abdomen, rising and falling. Just take a moment to figure out where you can experience your own breath most clearly. Okay, and now, having decided for one of these different points, for the next few minutes we will keep the focus of our attention with the breath. While we breathe in and breathe out. And in a gentle way, we rest the focus of our attention on the sensation of the breath. Nothing else we have to do. Whenever the focus of our attention wanders off, maybe to sounds around us, maybe something pops up in our mind that we still need to do today, the email we forgot to answer, whatever it might be, we just recognize that this just arose in our mind. But we don't have to engage with it any further. We recognize it, let it go, and return to the breath. Should we find ourselves evaluating our own meditation practice? Is it good enough? Am I concentrated enough? Am I doing it right? We just recognize this too, let it go, and return to the breath. No judging, no holding on, no pushing away. Just experience the breath as clearly and vividly as possible. If the mind wanders off, we recognize it, let go, and return to the breath. Nothing to win, nothing to lose. Just vivid, clear attention on the breath. As we breathe in and as we breathe out. And now, as we bring the meditation to a close, we let go of the focus of attention on our breath. Expand the focus more and more. Try to have full awareness again of our body here in the room. How we sit on the chair, the feet on the ground. Experience of the room around us. Maybe also try to get a sense of what is behind the walls that are surrounding us, if we are inside. And trying to expand the openness of our mind, the awareness that goes out more and more. So, and if we want, we take a deep breath and finish this mindful breath awareness meditation.